Trick or treat, candy to eat. Scared in my tummy, but so yummy. Haunted house, creaks too much in my head. That's a quote from Bobby Sequoia, the 73rd president of United States. Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Bruhl, and today we're going to talk about my favoriteest holiday movies ever. Can you guess? Halloween. If you don't know about it, too bad. Get the hell off the show right now. If you don't know about it, go ahead and stay. It'll be a lot of fun. Let's check it out. Check it out. Okay, Halloween is here, and these are my favorite movies ever. They're scary, and we're here with the star of all the Halloween movies, Michael Myers. My name's Michael too. So, Michael, how do you like being a movie star? Oh, intriguing. So, have you ever thought about maybe romantic comedies? Okay. Halloween, my favorite holiday. I love scary stuff, and I just don't think you're scary at all. So what do you think about that, Michael? Man, let's get out here. I never thought that dingus would shut up. Welcome back to Real Lounge Entertainment. As always, I'm Dr. Michael Bruhl.
I'm Michael.
I'm some creepy clown from Spirit Halloween.
Great words. And today we continue spooky season. Yay! This is Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
And to celebrate this tremendous occasion, sorry guys, I cannot do these glasses. We are going to talk about the Halloween franchise as a whole. Yeah, take off that mask.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's sad too.
Yeah, mask is coming off.
Yeah, take off the mask so you guys can hear and talk into the microphone, you guys. Glasses, I can't see a darn thing in those, so sorry guys, I'm half in character.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see this. I cannot wait to see your outfit.
Oh yeah, let's get my hair going there. Okay. All right, crack it for the pod. Cheers, everybody. All right. Halloween to me is my favorite horror franchise, period. Nothing even comes close to it. Tyler, how's it for you?
I did a good run through at least most of the movies, but I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought.
What about you, Wes?
Yeah, same. I definitely not my favorite franchise, like you say, but I think a lot of the films in this franchise hold some appeal at some level.
Yeah, for me, this is one of those franchises where even the movies that I know are bad, except for a couple, I actually really like. Even, bad and all, I know it, except for a couple, which we'll definitely get to at the end. There was one movie in this franchise I just never watched until yesterday or a day before. I finally watched it, and that was Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I did not like the first one so much that I refused to watch the second, and everyone hated it. But I finally watched it. So, Tyler, you'll finally get to hear my opinion on Halloween 2 later.
We shall see.
All right, guys. I think we're just going to do a quick rundown of each movie, or talk about each movie one by one, and some of the things we liked about it, some of the things we didn't like about that movie. And then after that, we'll maybe do a little quick ranking of like our top 3, bottom 3 movies. Maybe we'll just talk about Michael Myers in general. So let's start it off with the granddaddy of them all, one of the greatest horror movies of all time, Halloween from 1978. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, do you guys remember the first time you ever watched it?
Wes, you can go ahead if you want.
I don't remember the first time I watched it, but I know it had a lasting impression on me. To the point where I was having full blown nightmares of Michael Myers chasing me, and I'm sure everyone has had that nightmare before. But it's so iconic, and I remember trick or treating in the park. I forget where it was. I forget what street it was, but it was always this house that had the Michael Myers like statue.
Yeah.
And it scared me to no end. I wouldn't even go up to the door. I was terrified. That's the impact this movie had on me. And I don't remember the first time I saw it, but I know that it was great and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. I recently watched it, I think 3 days ago or whatever. But before that, I honestly just had like a slim bit of memory of it. I knew I enjoyed it, but rewatching it, I actually really liked it. And to me, definitely the best out of the series. but Michael Myers in that movie just made his character so iconic and scary at the same time, and it just worked perfectly.
Yeah, for me, I think I've mentioned it multiple times in here. Scream was the first horror movie I really watched that got me into filmmaking and horror. And in that movie, there's so much Halloween like shown on the TV and talked about that of course was the next movie I had to pick up and watch. So early did I got on the Halloween bandwagon, and that movie is it's shot so well, like the lighting in particular, obviously the score by John Carpenter. John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, horror gods to me forever. Thank you so much for making this
Killed
movie.
it, man.
Yeah, that so the way it's shot, it's just brilliant. The lighting, how he comes out in and out of the shadows, that gives so much atmosphere to this movie, and this movie is all about the atmosphere to me.
Yeah, and especially in some of the dark scenes too, like you have the white mask of Michael Myers, so it definitely pops when you just get that little bit of brightness in the screen, and it works good.
Yeah, just like the voyeuristic shots that they do in it throughout the whole film. The cinematography is top notch, and even down to I when I first watched it, or when I've watched earlier, when I watched it earlier, I remember not liking the idea of the how quiet it was in some parts. But after watching it in my my later years, I actually appreciate it. I
Yeah.
appreciate letting this scene kind of just take over and let the atmosphere speak for itself rather than putting all these intricate sound effects within. Very indie, you could tell, but it was done so well, and it started the craze of horror films. It changed the genre of the slasher film, and propelled us to kind of where we are now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Something about that mask in the original movie just coming out of the shadows is so iconic. And as soon as the movie hits, you get that score, that very just simplest. Yeah, it's just
Yes.
perfect. It's just oh my god. And Jamie
That's
Lee
so good.
yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is Laurie Strode. You know, obviously one of the greatest final girls of all time. I don't even think that's a question.
Yeah,
I
100%.
mean,
No,
I'll still put Nev
definitely not.
Campbell up there,
Yeah, there's
but
definitely
like
a couple other one debaters, but she's definitely up there. Though.
yeah, for sure. So I mean, very simple story, and that's all you needed. Some movies nowadays they overcomplicate it, and this one is just it's pure. It's pure horror. There's violence in it, but like you don't really see the blood and stuff, and it's just I don't even know. I can just praise this movie as a perfect horror movie, and I wish I could have seen it in theaters back then, but obviously I wasn't alive.
Well, yeah, yeah, no, it is fantastic, and just the characters are, like you said, simple, very grounded, which I appreciate. It really makes you feel like it could happen to you, and I think that was the appeal of it, and how what made it even more scarier is it happened in a neighborhood where this type of stuff doesn't happen. It's not supposed to. And then the isolation that they created through the script and through the shots and the and directing as well. Laurie felt alone, and you felt alone with her, even though there was a neighborhood full of houses. No one was there to help her. She had to help herself. It was awesome. And then and Dr. Loomis's arc was cool. Like the whole everything that was put together in that film. You're right. It's a perfect horror film, slasher
Oh
film.
yeah, Donald Pleasance is just he's the one that's in the most of the movie.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, he was so crazy good in this movie. Like this movie doesn't work if you don't have somebody playing Dr. Loomis the way he played it cuz he put the fear in you before you even understood why you should be afraid of
Yeah.
Michael Myers. Just those, those iconic
Yeah,
quotes
yeah.
like the blackest eyes and just seeing his fear when he escapes, that drives the movie at the beginning. So, yeah. Very iconic movie. And this leads right into the second movie, which came out in 1981, which is Halloween 2. And it kind of gets a little gorier in this one because
Yeah.
we had Friday 13th came out in 1980, which kicked up the gore. So, like, they wanted kind of, like, even though Halloween started the slasher genre again at that time, they're copying Friday the 13th at this point, and you can kind of tell that you can definitely see the.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, the director, I forget who directed that one. I know he was against all the gore. He didn't want it.
Right.
But John Carpenter and all the producers, they knew that they had to keep to stay with the competition of the time. You had to up the gore, and there was a creative differences. I guess this whole production was kind of a mess from start to finish because then the director got kicked out, and then John Carpenter took over, And then the guy didn't even realize the ending was the ending until he watched the film, which was kind of weird.
That is weird.
That was a whole debacle. But yeah, very very gory, very at parts. I know it's again a horror slasher film, so unrealistic is a part of the genre. But like the EMT and the nurse fooling around in the hot tub
Yeah.
at the hospital on break, like come on, like what?
Hey,
Like some of the stuff was taken a little too far there.
when
But
I was 13,
but yeah.
I did not care. Okay.
Oh yeah, show us more.
Yeah, that scene should have been extended by 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean it's unrealistic, but like it's directly after the events of the first movie, and it kind of pretty seamless as far as like the way they shot it and stuff like that. Like you really believe it's that night. The only change really is the way that Michael Myers looks.
Yeah.
I think this was the shortest actor that played Michael Myers,
Was it really?
and he had a bigger head, so the mask
Looked
like,
like
Very
wider.
intimidating.
it looks very flat on his face. And Deborah Hill just had shoved this thing under her bed, and like so it got like these creases in it, and she was a heavy smoker.
Oh no.
So it yellowed the mask. So the mask looks different, but it kind of looks more wicked in a way.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really match.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
It's the same mask from the first movie, but it looks like a completely different mask
Yeah.
almost. But there's also the scene where he just
That's
walks through the glass door, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
yeah. There's a
okay.
lot of things like that.
But overall, I still like this. This is a good sequel in my opinion.
Yeah.
And putting it in a hospital
I agree.
is very clever. You could have done so much better stuff than they ended up doing in it, but I still overall really like the sequel.
Yeah.
Also, considering again, Tyler, can you look up the director?
Yeah, I was
I
gonna do it
forget
earlier,
what his
but
name
then I
is, but
didn't do it.
he shot it like you just said. He shot it perfectly to make this movie look seamlessly like John Carpenter had filmed the entire thing. But John Carpenter, he didn't want any part of Halloween. He didn't want to be tied down to this type of movie or this character. So because he wanted to do other things, The Fog, and then there was another movie, and then The Thing came about. But he wanted to do those, and the producer's like, "Hey, we'll do a deal. You do Halloween 2, and then you can do these." And there was this whole debacle between the producers, and then there was a lawsuit. This whole thing went down for the second one, but eventually it all came together. John Carpenter, Deborah Hill produced the second one, and then this guy directed it. And then, like I said, towards the end of the filming, they didn't like where it was going, so John Carpenter had to step in and finish filming it and editing it.
Director's name
But
is
yeah, they made it seamlessly.
Rick Rosenthal.
Oh, that's a solid name.
That is a solid name. It's strong.
Yeah, other than that, I know like this is the movie that John Carpenter regrets something, and this is where he introduced the idea that Laurie Strode is Michael Myers' sister. He said,
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask, because isn't this the one where they introduced that storyline? 'Cause-
I've seen him talk about this many
It's
times.
the
where
twist.
He said he's literally just sitting in front of the typewriter writing this movie and drinking like a 6-pack of beer, and he's like, "Oh, what can I do? Oh, it's his sister."
Yeah,
So like he still regrets to this day. He wishes he
one
could
of
take
those
it
moments.
back.
Oh really?
Yeah, like
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
I don't mind that it's in there, but it kind of weighed down the script for the future of like, okay, they're connected for this.
I feel like if they would have set that up, I feel like it should have been in the first one. So that's why going into it, like they didn't mention it whatsoever. So I'm like, did I just miss something? And then they talked about it at
Yeah.
like the car ride going to the hospital that, she was the little sister, and I was like, oh, so we're getting the storyline in the second one, which was just weird.
All right, so that takes
Yeah, I agree.
us,
I didn't like that.
that takes
Go ahead.
us into Halloween 3, which we're not going to talk too much about the story on this
Yeah.
one. I think we'll just talk about more of like what the whole point was. So, spoiler alert is Michael Myers technically was killed at the end of Halloween 2. I mean, he literally gets shot in both eyes and then blows up.
Was
Yeah.
killed.
So they were
He was
Done.
dead.
yeah, done.
And Dr. Loomis was dead too. Let that
Yeah.
be known.
Yeah,
They were both
that's
dead.
true, yeah.
Yeah, he took some stab wounds and also blew up. So this takes us into Halloween 3, 1982, and their whole plan was, okay, we're going to have a Halloween movie every year, but it's going to be like anthology, so we can change it up. So this was all about like killer masks that this factory's putting out, the kids put on, the commercial comes on, and it's going to take over the world, stuff like that. Very underrated movie if you haven't seen it. Just because Michael Myers isn't in it, don't sit on this movie. Very good movie.
The only reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally the only reason this movie flopped
Yeah.
was because Michael Myers wasn't in it. If they would have marketed this as just the season of the witch and just called it that and not attach Halloween to it,
It would be
this
classic.
movie would have done well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have done so well. But yeah, like Mike said, everyone check this movie out if you haven't. If you're sleeping on it because it's in the Halloween franchise, don't watch it right now because it's a cozy Halloween film. It's one of the only ones that actually feels like Halloween too.
Yeah.
I know they do all have bits of it, but this one feels like Halloween, which it has an appeal for sure.
Like the first Halloween movie feels like Halloween, and then this one also feels like Halloween. The rest just
All over the place.
just the
Yeah,
name.
kind of
only.
lose that magic.
So the
Yeah.
only thing I want to bring up is like, imagine a world where the anthology really did take off and they were doing it, and we'd be on like Halloween, like 47 or something like that this year.
That'd be
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet. Like I like the idea. I would miss Michael Myers. Michael Myers is my guy, so I'm glad they brought him back. But like, I still dig that idea. Why doesn't some other company right now do that, where they just have
Should do
like a one title type of thing? And
Yeah.
And
Maybe they just don't want to copy what could have been, but
yeah,
it also could be really cool.
money is money in
nowadays.
Hollywood,
Well, yeah,
Tyler. You
yeah.
get a good idea. I mean, imagine all the offshoots. You could have so many different directors coming in. If one does good, then you can make a sequel that's not in the anthology. It just starts its own franchise.
Yeah, on chain.
Maybe we should do that, you guys. Okay, we're stealing this idea.
Let's just do it. Yeah,
Don't tell-
no one else
don't
do
tell
it.
our
We're doing
Okay,
it.
no one
Yeah.
listened to what we just said. Okay,
Yeah.
just ignore that part. All right, so that'll do it for Halloween 3 because we're here to talk about Michael Myers Halloween movies, and that takes us back to after Halloween 3 underperformed at the box office. They're like, okay, bring Michael Myers back. Mustafa Akkad,
Me too.
he loves Michael Myers. He made him lots of money, so bring him back. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, 1988, and I love this movie. It was a great movie. As bad as Michael Myers looks in this movie,
Yeah.
that movie, the story in this one is one of the best sequel stories, I think, and I love it. How about you guys?
Wes, can you go ahead?
Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, what I enjoyed about it, first of all, the best thing about this is the opening sequence to this movie. It sets this eerie like the Halloween decorations and it's just the wind and all. It's so cool. I love how they start that. But having a kid as the main protagonist, as like your quote unquote final girl, I thought was cool. I thought that was a cool touch. You haven't really seen that up to that point. You don't really see it nowadays anyways. But yeah, all in all, a solid film. It's not my favorite. I think you might like it a little more than I do. But I also haven't seen it a ton. The cult stuff got a little weird for me.
That's not. There's no cult
they were-
stuff in this one.
Okay, that's 5. That's 5 and 6 then. But they have to give a reason for why Michael is alive.
Yeah, he survived. He has
Right.
bandages on his head, Wesley. He was
Yeah,
saved
no,
by
he's got just like the burns on his hands, and then
yeah, he's wrapped up,
he's
and Dr. Loomis
I
has
was gonna say Loomis comes in too. And
Loomis has
He's
scars
got-
on his
yeah.
face.
he's got just some scars. They basically unscathed from the explosion
That's
in the
crazy
hospital.
because
Crazy.
Loomis is the one that lit it, so you would think
You guys,
Yeah,
fire would go right to him.
they
too.
have really good doctors in Haddonfield. Okay,
Oh, okay.
just know that.
The hospital that blew up all those doctors.
the best. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those.
No,
things,
but it's a solid film.
it's a horror sequel from like the 80s, so like it's one of those things where you just have to accept whatever crazy thing they have. And I mean, they could have done like zombie Michael Myers like they did with Jason,
Jason,
but
yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do that. How do you feel about this?
Yeah,
movie?
but the thing like
Go ahead. Wes.
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Wes.
Oh, I was just gonna say Carpenter didn't want this to happen. This wasn't supposed to happen. Michael was supposed to die in the second one. They to the point where everyone else was on board with this that they gave the original mask and I think the costume away to like the stunt double. So that's why we have this absolute horrendous mask in this one. It's so bad.
Yeah.
But that's this wasn't supposed to happen. But we needed it, right?
Right.
We needed Michael Myers back. Maybe not in this way, but It had to
Well,
happen. So
I just did a
they had
count.
to do what they did.
I just did a ranking of the Michael Myers masks, and the way I put it in this one, it looks like they literally went to a store and bought a Michael Myers mask, like a cheap one
Inspired
from the,
by
like,
Michael
that's
Myers.
that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, inspired
And
by.
it's not even the mask isn't the worst part. To bulk up the actor who played him, he wore hockey pads in multiple scenes underneath, and it just looks awkward
That
and
is
weird.
weird.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recently
Yeah, it's
watched
strange.
this a little bit ago. I thought this was a good introduction to bringing back Michael Myers into the series. And obviously, we talked about Jamie in this. Jamie is amazing in this. So I liked their chemistry, going back and forth in this movie. But yeah, the downfall of this movie definitely is the look of Michael Myers. And because you get the iconic look in the first and the second one, hoping, excited to get Michael Myers again. And then it's not what we remember.
But we get a good Donald Pleasance in this one again, and like
Oh,
you said,
yeah.
Jamie, Danielle Harris, definitely she's another horror icon at this point, I think, and she loves the fact
Oh,
that
yeah.
she's associated with this movies. She's one of those that, like, if I go to HorrorCon and she's there, like, I will totally be excited to meet her. Yeah, hands down.
I've seen a lot of videos recently
cool.
about it too. Like she seems very involved in getting to want to know these people and sign the autographs and do pictures and all that. So
Yeah, she's
she
proud.
definitely seems like a cool person.
She's proud of the
That's
movie
awesome.
she
That's really
did,
cool.
and that's what makes you like her character even more. And she gets to return in the Rob Zombie ones, so
Yeah.
She does.
Shout out to that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
she's in both of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Who does she play? Just
The friend. I don't even know the
okay. I
character's
kind of
name.
remember
Yeah.
that now a little bit.
Annie, I think.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Anything else about how? Oh, this one ends on the cliff where they kind of once again kill Michael Myers off, and they were gonna have it.
What do you know?
Yeah, so then they have Jamie in the clown suit that Michael Myers was wearing as a
yeah.
kid, and she stabs her mom to death with scissors. And the whole point was they were gonna have it. She was gonna take over.
Yeah.
And then they just lost their, they lost their will to do that when Halloween 5 came around.
Halloween 5 was a debacle mess. I don't know what you guys think of it, but
Yeah.
rushed, very, very forgettable.
Let's
This is when they tried
Let's
to
just
lean
jump
into
right into
Yeah,
it.
let's jump into this movie of Halloween 5, 1989. And you say unrememorable. What did you say? I can't remember.
very forgettable.
It's not very forgettable, but that's the problem.
Yeah, it is.
That is the big issue. They had, I don't know the director's name. I think he's one of those European directors. So he comes in, and the Michael Myers house is completely different. It looks like Victorian with these high,
Yeah.
pointed seal. And they took Michael Myers' mask, which is supposed to be the same mask from the last movie. He's got this long neck, this big nose, this long hair that's back. What are you thinking?
I don't know.
And then you take Jamie.
It's weird, man.
You erase what happened at the end of the fourth one. She didn't kill her mom or something like that, but now she can't talk. So great. You took the main character. She doesn't talk for most of the movie, and then the character that you love. I can't remember the character's name off the top of my head right now.
Rachel.
Rachel,
Yeah.
the sister from the fourth one. Everybody loved Rachel. We wanted to follow Rachel just as
Yes.
much as we wanted to follow Jamie, and you freaking kill her off at the beginning, in the first third of the movie. Worst mistake Halloween I think has ever done in the whole
Death,
entire
man.
franchise.
Yeah, I did not like that.
So bad. Yeah, and then this is when they try to lean into the cult subplot a little bit, and the writers admitted, guys, we don't know what this means, and we really don't have any plans for it. So
Yeah.
this is what you're getting. You can feel that. You can feel it in the movie. That's basically what the whole movie felt like. They didn't really get it.
Yeah, they
they
were
didn't really
told-
understand the tone or where it was going.
They were told to put the Man in Black in there, and we'll figure it out in the next movie. That's
There
not.
was
Yeah.
there was 3 or 4 scenes of it in here, and it was spread apart so much. So it's you saw it, don't really think about it. Then we get back to the Jamie Michael Myers stuff. Then they do it again, and you're like, oh yeah, what's this person about? But then they don't even really show what it is until the next one.
Could you imagine in today's Hollywood them doing this? Because that is just insane to
And
me.
dude,
That's crazy.
And his stupid
It's so
boots. He's got
bad.
these black cowboy boots with the metal things on them. It's what the heck is
Buckles or whatever. on
This
the
is not
shoe.
even.
going on.
This is not even cool. What's going?
And the thing is, the payoff wasn't even good either for that.
Right. This movie is just a complete failure, but at the same time, I've lived with this movie long enough. I've seen it enough. I know it's a bad movie,
But you enjoy it.
I still enjoy watching this movie at this point because I have memories of it now. So it's just one of those things that has come back around, and I don't hate it anymore.
I can respect it.
I know it's a bad movie, but I still like it at this point. So
It's kind of just middle of my list. It's not
That's fair.
horrible, but it's not obviously one of the best ones.
yeah, this was known as like the worst one until we've gotten a couple others since then that we'll get to in a few minutes, you guys. All right, I will say
Don't you worry.
yeah. On a side note, the guy who played Michael Myers was like really close to the actress who played Danielle Harris. I think he even taught her to drive during this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Fun little fact.
Little fun fact.
He would always
Trivia.
take off his mask and be like, "Hey, it's just me," and they like form some sort of bond. Because there's that one
That's
scene
cool.
in like the laundry drop thing that she's in, and like a knife is like
which is a
stabbing
cool
in.
shot.
That's a real knife, and she's really hanging on for her life. Like, my God, another like. Can you
Man.
imagine today's Hollywood them doing that? No, but in the '80s, you could do
no.
whatever you wanted.
That's right.
All
Holy
right.
crap.
That takes us into the most misunderstood, I think, Halloween movie, and that is Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers in 1995.
But which one though?
God.
Yeah, which one? There's two different versions of this movie. We'll talk about the theatrical one, though. We'll throw
Yeah,
into some
for sure.
tidbits about the producer's cut. This movie is strange. It's way different than the other ones up until this point, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. Both cuts, I will say, neither one make a lot of sense. And I defend this movie for some, like, I look at it, there's a good movie in there. There's so much good stuff. They just messed it up, like, at
Yeah.
every
Missed.
point. Like, this, to me, take away, like, the original Michael Myers, whatever. This is the gnarliest Michael Myers we've had since the original one. Like, he has the attitude of the 90s. He's beast mode. His mask is a little different, but it looks the closest to the original since then. He walks pretty fast. He's huge. He's vicious the way he like kills people in this movie. This is one of those movies where they went back and added gore into it instead of like taking it away, which is insane. Yeah, I love this Michael Myers. How about you guys?
Wes, you can go ahead if you want.
The Michael, yes, I'll give you the Michael. Just the story in general. Again, it was supposed to wrap up the trilogy of the first two. The fourth one, I think, is a decent film. The fifth one, it's not great. But this one was supposed to wrap it all up. But at the end of it, you just sat there. It just felt empty. Like there was nothing there. And why did I just sit and watch this? Why did I watch the past two? That's just the feeling you get when you watch it. But the Michael I did like you said, there's tidbits from the movie itself that we can pull from, and there's a concept in there underneath this mess that they just didn't get to. They couldn't get to.
Yeah, they definitely had a story going through it because obviously it kind of picks off with Jamie as an older person, but now she's like kept at this one place and now she's having a kid. So then she gets a chance to, escape and run away from Michael as the person in the black coat too. Is there a name for that person?
He ends up being a doctor,
Yeah.
whatever.
But like you get him and Michael going after Jamie, and then eventually, she dies. And then you get like the story with, Tommy Doyle with Paul Rudd trying to be, the hero of this. But then you also get like something else with Kara Strode, which is like the adopted cousin or something like that. I was like, okay, this is Strode. Let me look at this. And it said like an adoptive cousin. I'm like, what are we doing here? And then you get Donald Pleasence again in this. And it just there was a story there, like you said, it was just all over the place. But yeah, definitely Michael looked cool in it.
Donald Pleasance without his scars, by the way, because there's a throwaway line at the beginning where he's like, plastic surgery. Those doctors in Haddonfield know what they're doing. I'm telling you.
I do remember seeing that now, but it didn't catch my eye right at the beginning. But yeah.
I also say, like, if to go back to number 5 really quickly before we go back to this, is in number 5, Dr. Loomis, played by Donald Pleasance, is a total dick. He's an asshole. He uses Jamie as bait.
He's insane.
He's like yelling at her
dude.
and everything. He goes, "Tell me,
Yeah.
tell me where he is."
So he goes from number 4 being
He
like
gets people killed.
Yeah. He goes from being a sweetheart to a vicious back to just being like, I'm retired and I've had surgery. So
Yeah, that's good thing you brought that up too, because Jamie's like, young kid. She's obviously trying to like tell you that Michael's a thing and stuff, but instead of being all nice, like, where is he? He is yelling at her in
Yeah.
her face, and she's just crying. Obviously, she doesn't talk, so it's like a
Dude.
quiet cry, and it's just
Danielle Harris wanted to return for this, but they teased that she would return, and she even emancipated herself from her parents because she was a minor still, so she
wanted
could
to.
work. Because they didn't want to work with like the child labor laws, and then they offered her
Mhm.
less money than it cost to get emancipated. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so
What year did 6 come out?
1995, and Paul Rudd's first movie that he filmed. So
Really?
a movie came out before that he
Oh,
was
I
in, but
didn't know
this
that.
was the first one he starred in. Okay, so this one is the concluding chapter of the what's known as the Thorn trilogy because, Michael Myers all of a sudden got a tattoo on his wrist that none of us saw, which is like a line with a triangle on it.
Yeah.
This one, there's the producer's cut delves way more into the cult aspect, and it's stupid. Like you have the guy in black, and you have like all the cult people, and Michael Myers is like he's about to sacrifice like a baby, and Michael Myers is just standing there like he's their servant. None of that works
So
for me.
weird.
It gets even
It's
weirder.
So weird.
Was it Tommy or whatever his name is? Paul Rudd's character, who's
Tommy
the
Doyle, yeah.
the little boy from the first
Yeah,
movie.
Doyle.
He's got like those stones or whatever, and he puts them around Michael Myers, and it traps him, and he can't leave. So this is what's different in this movie.
So do you prefer the theatrical?
I
then?
definitely prefer the theatrical because we get the gnarly scene where Michael Myers takes out all the cult people in the hospital. We don't get that in the other one. We get the stupid stones, and the producer's cut. We also have this scene really
boy.
is. There's a scene where Dr. Loomis goes back into the hospital. Michael Myers is laying on the ground, surrounded by the stupid stones. Dr. Loomis unmasks him, and it's the other doctor, the man in black. And then all of a sudden, Dr. Loomis looks at his arm, and the symbol of Thorn appears on his arm. And he's like, "No,
But he,
no!"
but he like stares at it for a minute, then like looks around, and then looks back, and then freaks out. I'm like,
I
what
know.
Are, we
So
doing?
are you
Oh
telling
my
me he's
God.
gonna be like Michael Myers in the next movie? Like so stupid. So theatrical cut over producer's cut, 100%.
I don't know. I didn't watch the producer's cut, but I've seen some scenes from it. I think I might actually.
I own
like-
it, so you
like-
can borrow it.
Okay, I think I might like the producer's cut more, just because they were doing all this cult stuff, and I think I wanted to see more of that. But it was dumb for Michael to be standing there when they're trying to sacrifice the baby, and it didn't make any sense.
That's because you're a dingus.
And then at the end of the theatrical, they also, initially, Tommy Doyle's beating up Michael Myers down in some steamer room or whatever, beats him up pretty good, and he's like bleeding green goo or whatever, really weird. But anyways, and then Dr. Loomis goes back in there, but then they leave off with just the Michael Myers mask on the ground, and then you hear him scream, and then he was dead, or apparently dead. But is that
Yeah.
because he passed away?
That's
or something?
because after production wrapped on this movie, Donald Pleasance, the great Donald Pleasance, passed away.
Yeah.
So they had to kind of just add that in there to take him out of the movie series. Because Donald Pleasance once said like he would do Halloween 30. He loved
Hell
being part
yeah.
of this franchise.
Keep
But
on doing it.
yeah,
That's hardcore.
But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
just the end of the theatrical was weird with all that stuff, but obviously there's a reason behind it.
Shut up, man. The end of the producer cut is
Oh
even
my god, he
weirder.
told me to shut up, guys.
Yeah, he deserves it. All right, that takes us into the next movie, 1998, 20-year anniversary of the first Halloween, and we get the return of Jamie Lee Curtis and Halloween H2O. This is probably
Wait, I thought she died though.
dude, fake. So Michael Myers wouldn't go
Hey,
after
whoa,
her.
dude.
He reads newspapers. Don't you know
Oh,
this?
okay, my bad.
Yeah. So this kind of erases all the sequels except for the second one maybe.
One and two. I
Sometimes
think.
some people say it counts number 2, some people say it doesn't. Either way, this erases like the rest of them. I think. I love this movie. How about you guys?
I love this one. This is one of my
Absolutely love
favorite reboots.
I mean, this one came out in my prime. Like I saw this when we rented it from Blockbuster when it first came out. So this is the first one I saw like fresh. Definitely feels 90 and definitely feels dated today's world.
Of
But
course.
it's still good. And that's saying it with this being another horrible look of Michael Myers. He's got 4 masks in this movie, and 3 of them fail completely for me. So
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like the way he looks at all, but the movie itself is fantastic. I think the reason why this got made was Jamie Lee Curtis wanted to do it because it was her 20th year anniversary of acting. So she wanted to come back and reprise her role as Jamie Lee Curtis and kind of cap off the trilogy that should have been.
Yeah.
Which you did really. From this movie is the third installment from the first two, if you want to look at it that way. And I think it capped it off beautifully. And it should have honestly
Ended it, yeah.
after this point, it should have ended it here. This should have been the end of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode, but we know how.
It was a very decisive ending until it wasn't a very decisive ending.
But they did have a good
It's
story
so
going
dumb.
through this because we never, obviously Laurie Strode died or whatever, but now she's back and she has a family now. So her and her son John are still living their life, knowing that Michael Myers is still out there. But obviously they have a lot of disagreements in here, and then eventually work it out in the end. But
Yeah.
I liked it.
Josh Hartnett's first movie, so
Oh, that was his
Hartnett,
first.
yeah, we're getting a lot of firsts in this series. Yeah, this one had the right
That's
amount of callbacks. I love the scene with Jamie Lee Curtis's mom in there, where she, I don't know, for those of you who don't know, her mom was in the original Psycho, and they even have her driving the car she drove in Psycho. So like, nice little callback there.
That's cool.
Even though I don't like the look of Michael Myers, I like how he acted. He had attitude. I love that scene. I don't like the fact that we see his eyes throughout the whole movie, but I do enjoy it for the one scene in the window when they make their eye contact for the first time in 20
That was probably my
years.
favorite scene in this movie.
That's a top 5 iconic moment in the series. So
Because obviously it's 20 years since the last time they've seen each other face to face. Then door closes right in front of them, and then you just get her shocked face, and then has him with his head turned. And I was like, oh yeah, that was awesome.
That's really cool.
yeah,
And also this is like the first real movie in the franchise that attempted and did pretty well with a character development and telling the story of our characters to especially with Laurie, and she came up with this new identity. She wanted to forget everything and just move on with her life, but she's an alcoholic because of it. And then you get her home life with her son. They go back and forth, like all these things. There's a dynamic layer that they added to the character, which I really appreciated from this movie that you didn't really see in the other installments.
yeah. This movie, just the quality across the board is all over the place. The writing's better, the character development, even the side characters. Like we have LL Cool J in there, and you care about his character. He's just a security guard, but you care about him, and you don't want him to die.
Yeah.
So done very well, and we get that very decisive ending where finally we have somebody who's like, okay, he's not dead, and like drives off, and the only thing I don't understand in that scene, she's driving the van, and she's driving faster and faster, waiting for him to move. Don't wait for him to move. Just stop the van. You're already away from everybody. Then take your axe and just do it
You
right
would
there.
think she's smart enough to know what she should do and not do, and it just that makes sense.
Then we get her cutting off his head after they're like reaching out. She's reaching for him, because he's stuck against a tree.
I like that scene.
Cuts off his head. That's it for Michael Myers, right? Oh wait, no. Then 2002 comes along.
Dun.
And we get Halloween Resurrection, my first Halloween movie I saw in theaters. So excited. Wow, that did not last.
Sorry, Mike.
God. And what's sick is that they got Jamie Lee Curtis to return for the first 10 minutes of this movie.
Yeah.
Poor her after such a great movie.
I honestly forgot that she was in it. They were going through the credits, and then they said Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm like, oh, I forgot they do that little scene at the beginning.
How do you go from one of the best written Halloween movies to one of the worst written Halloween movies?
It's horrible.
I don't know.
It's downright horrible. It's a travesty. It's a slap in the face to the fans to kill Laurie Strode in the beginning of the film after she weirdly kisses him. It was strange.
So
the whole thing
weird.
was bizarre.
I don't understand the kiss at all.
I assume it wasn't her choice to die in this.
Well, after she did Halloween H2O, I don't know if she had to sign on to do another one or not. But the whole deal was I will return, but you got to kill me off because I'm done after this. So, but you could have done it in so much better of a way.
Yeah, and just the story in this was just weird and just didn't feel right.
We got Busta Rhymes. Oh God, Luke.
Oh my God, dude.
Busta Rhymes is no LL Cool J. LL can act. Busta Rhymes doing his karate thing against Michael Myers.
Dude.
And
then he kicks Michael's ass. Like, come on.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
We got the whole the reality TV aspect doesn't bug me. How they did it did bug me. The concept is fine. It's just they didn't give us what could have been on that aspect.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll
Like,
defend. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, with that, they took away the slow burning pacing of Halloween movies that made them so great, and they gave us these handheld shots that were just all over the place. It was so bizarre, the choices that they made with this film.
Out of this whole movie, there's only one scene I actually really really like, and that's at the beginning. And it's corny and cheesy. I still enjoy it though, because in the mental hospital or whatever where Jamie Lee Curtis is at, there's a guy who's obsessed with serial killers and he knows everything about them. So after Michael Myers kills Laurie Strode, he goes into the room and the guy's like, Michael Myers, and he's like doing a rundown of his history
Yes.
as Michael Myers hands him the knife. He's like, disappeared, hasn't been seen since. Now he's back. I love
That is
that
cool.
scene. It's cheesy and stupid, but
Yeah, it was
God,
good. Yeah, he
for,
was like
for the movie I got, I'm gonna take that as the positive.
Yeah, he was
So,
like Michael Myers
Yeah.
killed his older sister in 1978. And he talked about the second one with the hospital thing, and then he goes, then he's back, and then hands him off the knife. Yeah, that was really cool.
yeah, the lead in was from H2O, where it wasn't Michael Myers who got decapitated. It was a ambulance driver who
Yeah.
Michael Myers
Yeah.
choked him so he couldn't talk, and then switched his outfits and escaped. And it's like, oh wow, you guys, that's a
I
stretch.
couldn't, yeah.
That is a stretch. That's
Again, man, such a slap in the face for Jamie Lee Curtis's legacy at this point too, because H2O was supposed to cap off Laurie Strode. That was supposed to be the end. You were honoring her and everything that came before. End it, but no.
And
You
it
not
was-
only
it was so
bring them
strong,
back, you
too.
bring them back in the most right. You bring them back in the most crude way, and then you kill her in the very beginning of the movie. It was disrespectful, is
Yeah,
what it was.
that's
This whole
what you
film was,
should've
was
just-
disrespectful.
Should have just ended it and then rebooted it. All right, so I think that does it
Right.
with that movie. It's wasting our time. And this is when we finally did
Yeah,
get
yeah.
a reboot, and that is the Rob Zombie Halloween movie in 2007. Oh boy, what could have been? What could have been? Rob Zombie as a director is not my favorite director. Nothing against him personally, but his writing of dialogue takes me out a lot. The look of the film, the grime, I don't mind. Like the Michael Myers mask is pretty sweet. It's just a rehash of the first movie. We have a good Michael Myers. Tyler Mane is the beast in this movie. He's huge. But then for me,
Yep.
they spend the first half of this movie with him as a kid. He's talking. They're trying to explain stuff. I hate all that. And when you do that, we don't get to spend any time with Laurie Strode's character. So by the time she comes in with Michael Myers at the end, we don't care that much because we don't know her.
Yeah, that's fair.
You guys,
Exactly.
how you feeling about this movie?
I
Can't with that wig, bro.
I appreciated it when I first knew that they were rebooting it. I was like, okay, awesome. It's Rob Zombie, so it's got to be good to some degree. But then like you said, we get into the first hour of the film, and it's just Michael's backstory with him talking to Loomis and this whole thing. We're supposed to humanize him, which I hate when we
Yeah.
do that
Hate
to
it.
villains that aren't supposed to be human. He's not human. He's
Yeah.
he's evil incarnate. He's
the
he's a
boogeyman.
monster.
He's the shape. He's
Yeah.
the shape. He's the boogeyman. I don't need the backstory.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no humanity left in him. That's long gone. So I don't need this whole elaborate backstory. Another way for Rob Zombie to get his wife in his movie a lot,
Yeah,
to give her a
yeah.
lot of screen time as he does. He always does it. Not to discredit her at all. She's okay, but I don't need to see all that. I'm good on that part. And then you said Laurie Strode is, who is she? We don't know because we only get 5 seconds with her.
Yeah.
What, we're supposed to care about her now? I care more about Michael than I do her.
Yeah, exactly.
So
'cause
who are we rooting for in this
They
film?
they build up this whole thing with him as a kid, so it kind of seemed like they wanted us to root for him because he was was he bullied? I don't. It's been a while since
He
I've
kind of
seen
got
it.
bullied, but that was for 5 seconds, and then he freaking kills the
Yeah,
bully. So
it just
Yeah.
felt like they wanted to build Michael Myers rather than on Laurie Strode. So it didn't work for me. I didn't like it.
I will say, looking at, because this is the first time I rewatched this movie since it came out. I have not given it another chance. There's so many good actors in this, in small roles.
Oh yeah,
Like Danny Trio, I love that stuff in there. Even Leslie.
he was the best
Easterbrook.
part of the film.
Yeah, it gives him a reason, like somebody who cares about him. It shows that Michael's completely gone. It just,
Hmm.
yeah, it's like I said, I don't mind the brutalness of this movie, and I don't mind the grungy look of it. That's kind of different and cool. It's Rob Zombie. It's the dialogue is too dirty and gross,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
all the
Yeah.
characters have the
That was a
same
big part.
dialogue. So it's like, is there anybody in this universe that is like okay? Even Dr. Loomis, he's okay in this one, and we'll talk about in the second one. He goes off the deep
Yeah.
end. But he's no Donald Pleasance, and
Well,
they didn't make him like an innocent guy. They kind of just made him, just a horrible character.
they're all like that. Yeah, like you said, like he's pulling characters from House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. They're all nasty. Like they're all dirty. Like the appeal to the first Halloween was it was innocence. It was high class. Like these were the people that were getting killed, and it's not the case in this one. You kind of just don't feel bad for anyone
Yeah.
that dies,
Yeah.
which takes away from the appeal of a slasher film.
Oh,
And I also felt like he was constantly trying too hard to pay respect to the original, but also trying too hard to outdo it,
Yeah.
and it clashed a lot in this movie. And I don't know, it's not horrible. It's just not it's
Right.
not great.
Now
It's not a
that-
good installment.
now that I watched it again, it's definitely rewatchable. I don't hate it as much as I did the first
Yeah.
time. But yeah, it's not my favorite.
It's just you're relating it to the OG 1978 one, and it
Right.
just I'd rather watch the 1978 one over this one.
All right, so this leads
100%.
us after that one. Rob Zombie had signed a deal, like a 3-picture deal, and he hated making this movie. So he got like they were trying to get someone else to direct the second one. No one else would do it. So he made a deal like he'll direct the second one, but he wants out of that deal. So we get Halloween 2 from Rob Zombie in 2009. I did not watch this movie until 2 days ago.
And
Even Tyler watched it, and I hear the same thing. Everyone hates this movie. They all say The White Horse. Shockingly enough, this is crazy, and people are going to hate me for
dude,
this.
shut up.
I do not hate
No,
this
you don't.
movie.
Oh, you shut your mouth.
No,
There's
listen,
no way.
Listen. I do not hate this movie. Now, I hate it as a Halloween movie. If you take the
Okay.
Halloween aspect out of this, like take the name off of it, that's not Michael Myers, it's somebody else. It's not a bad movie. The character development
I just can't look
it's
at it
pretty
like
good.
because
The story
Halloween
moves,
too.
the white horse, like it all makes sense. I'm not saying it's a great movie. Don't get me wrong, you guys. Don't get me wrong. It's a terrible Halloween
you're
movie.
saying.
I watch it and I don't get Halloween vibes from this at all. Michael Myers doesn't wear his mask most of the
It's
movie.
not.
Laurie Strode is just like a beat up thing. Dr. Loomis is just cares about his book and famous.
He's a dick.
But
He's such an asshole in this one.
so like if I was to rank these Halloween movies as Halloween movies, this is bottom tier, it's bottom 3. If I just rate these movies on like a quality of movie level, this is probably in the middle of the pack. It's not as bad as I thought. I think I prefer it over the first one, but it's
Right.
not Halloween. That's
Jesus.
the problem.
I don't know, man. You prefer it over the first one?
I-
That's kind of
Apparently.
low. But hey, it's your opinion.
Yeah, and,
Here's
and
my
people,
problem with
Just
it.
wait, people are going to torch me for that opinion, but whatever. I stand by it.
It's the issue with it is again back to what the first one was. You didn't in the first one you didn't really know Laurie, so you couldn't really root for her as much. But when you got the second one, you just didn't like her. She was mean to everyone.
Yeah,
she was horrible. She was a horrible human being. So you didn't care. You were actually like, okay, Michael, can you kill her already? Because I don't want to see her anymore. And then they're just sleeping all the time. What's with all the dreams? The whole first sequence, taking it back to the sequel, the original sequel, and then we find out that she was just sleeping the whole time. It was a dream.
Yeah,
What are we doing?
I hate that type of stuff.
But-
But like I say, if it wasn't Michael Myers, if it's just a completely different character, the story actually flows pretty well. Plus, I think the other connection I made in this one, he's in the first one, but Brad Dourif is in both of these movies, and he is just amazing. If you just look at him, he acts so much with his eyes. And in this one, he had the rough first movie with his daughter almost dying and stuff like that. And he's like out for revenge in this one, kind of, but also like laid back and just kind of messed up. He steals the show in this movie for me, actually. So I think I made that connection with that character, and I think that's what makes me like this one. I mean, not like it as a Halloween movie, okay? Sorry.
Well, yes.
Brad Dourif for life, you guys.
Right. Okay. I mean, I can kind of see what you're saying, but no, at the same time.
It's been a while for me since I watched both of these ones, so that's why I'm not chiming in as much. But
It's
I
okay.
just know I didn't like it when I watched it.
No, like if someone comes to me and say, "You're stupid. This is a horrible, horrible movie,"
You're stupid. This is a horrible, horrible movie.
valid, totally valid. I don't care. That's valid. I mean, it's still not a movie I want to go rewatch over and over, but I think it's just because I put in my head it was gonna be so bad that I was just like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I remember showing you like a couple scenes with like the horse thing. I'm like, Mike, look at this, and you're like, oh my god, that's what they're doing. I'm like, yeah,
This is from a
it
Halloween
makes
movie.
No sense.
Since I knew about the horse before, I don't mind the horse, so whatever. All right, so that's enough of that garbage, I guess.
Mind the horse.
Yeah, garbage. Yeah, we're done with that garbage.
Okay, I'm gonna ride my white horse right into the next movie. So the series sat for almost a decade, and then it was Blumhouse got the rights,
Yep.
and they announced a new trilogy. So all these movies should be connected pretty damn well, right? Because they have a thought for a trilogy. Yeah. Okay. So no, Halloween 2018 is a direct sequel to the first movie, and this one's
Everything's gone.
this one's pretty damn good. We get the return of Laurie
I
Strode.
liked it.
Yeah, I think this is we have old Michael Myers because it takes place in today's world. Laurie Strode has become like a
Badass.
badass. She's got all these weapons. She's got her whole house like designed to like trap. And this is after only one night and like 40 years later. She's a badass in this movie.
Yeah.
But and Michael Myers is a badass. They got the mask looking as close to the original as possible. So that's cool.
But also,
Dude,
you know, it's an older mask too. Well, it's the same mask, but it's old, so it looks a little beat up too. So it has like part of it, you know, black and gray on one side, and it looks really sick.
Yeah. And we also have a vicious Michael Myers in this movie. So the gore definitely
Love this Michael Myers.
the gore level. I think this is probably the highest gore level we've gotten from Michael Myers, and I don't mind it.
Yeah.
You know how I am about gore, but it works for this movie because it's done in a way where it doesn't
does.
linger. It just happens, and
Tastefully.
yeah.
Tasteful gore.
And it's been a hot minute since I've watched this one, but like Dr. Loomis is gone, right? It's a different doctor who's taken over.
Yes.
I think.
Yep.
Correct. Yep.
But there's a
Yeah,
weird
Sartain.
there's a weird story where he's like trying to control Michael Myers, right?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, because it
Yep.
seemed like he was the one that caused the crash, or at least helped part of it. So then, you know, later on when they actually eventually knock him out and stuff like that, and he's with the sheriff. Well, I don't know if he's sheriff in here.
Hawkins, I think.
Yeah, Hawkins, and then you eventually realize that he's kind of like been helping the whole time. So he's kind of like the second antagonist in this. So it was a cool little twist because obviously this is another reboot, another sequel thing, that something different that H2O did. So it was pretty cool.
I was just about to say I don't need that part of the movie at all.
Really?
I'm going opposite of you. I mean, it didn't take me out or anything. They don't spend too much time on it, but
But then he was also dumb with that situation.
oh yeah,
So,
he was totally dumb. He deserved it.
Yeah, 100%.
So we get a
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Tyler. I kind of liked it as
Yeah,
well.
he's with me.
The thing we
well,
we
you guys
talked
both hate.
we
Rob
talked
Zombie's
about
Halloween
this
too.
for we talked about this with TCM and how a good remake will take what you knew about the original and kind of flip it on its head. That was one of them. Like the Doctor, you thought you were thinking about Loomis, like okay, he's a little crazy, but he knows the danger here. He knows this, and then when the twist happens, like oh okay. It wasn't like blow your socks off twist, but it was a cool little thing in there. And then I like the idea that they made Laurie the hunter, and not necessarily Michael the prey, but she wasn't the prey anymore, like she was in the original one. And they did this to the point. There's a lot of parallels, but there's what's her granddaughter's name? Annie? Or-
Allison.
Allison. You see her. She looks outside of her school, and there's her grandmother staring at her. Almost like when Laurie looked out the window and saw Michael staring at her.
Yes. That was
And
cool.
then when they're tussling at the end, and she's got the balcony, and she falls off the balcony, and Michael goes to look down at her, and she's gone. Just like Loomis looked down at Michael, and then Michael was gone in the original. They did a lot of those types of things, which I really appreciated. And yeah, she's just a bona fide badass in this, and I loved seeing it.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't make those connections, but you saying it makes it a lot better, actually.
Oh
It's
yeah.
cool. It's really cool.
This one is just so well written acted, directed, everything. This one, like the quality, probably honestly the highest quality one ever made. And yeah, it really did it for me. I was super excited in theaters. People came out like maybe like saying, "Oh, it's the greatest one,"
Yeah.
which I don't agree with that. But it's definitely, you can make the argument
up there
that
for
this is
sure.
you can make the argument that this might be the best sequel ever made to it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't. It's not my favorite, but it's like you can make that argument.
Yeah.
But what's also surprising is it's like the Eastbound and Down and the vice principal writers, like Danny McBride, and I think the director as well. Like when I saw that, I was like, "What? That's crazy to me that they can write." Well, maybe not, but because you can see some of the comedy elements that they bring into it. It's not a lot, but it's just a touch. But what they're
things.
really good at is character development in writing their characters. They do a very good job with that and dialogue.
In the first
What?
one.
What is that? What
In
is
the
that?
first
Yeah.
one, because remember they wrote Halloween Ends, which we will get to in a minute. Yeah. and
I
then-
know, but we're not there yet.
I don't think
I'm
you know.
talking about. I do know.
I don't think you
I agree
do.
with you on this one.
All right, so
But yeah, no, this one was definitely solid.
yeah, so she traps Michael Myers in the basement, locks him up, and like sets the whole house on fire. And he should have died, but of course in the next one he comes back. So let's get into that one. I mean, Halloween Kills 2021.
Bills.
The direct sequel to this one, and Michael Myers escapes from the basement somehow. They don't really explain that.
Yeah.
Kills all the firefighters,
Yeah.
which is a pretty sweet scene at the beginning. Like the house is on fire, he's coming out.
I think it was like slow mo too.
All the
with some-
firefighters, which they aren't actors, they're legitimate firefighters that came on
Really?
set
Oh my
and were
God.
so thrilled to act in this
That's
movie.
cool.
So a fun little fact there, and
That's awesome.
it's just the way they shot it with like they all have their axes and stuff, and very cool. That
The
scene is,
Saw.
yeah, that scene is better than the movie itself. Michael being awesome. We
Well,
get the half
it sets the tone too. Like he's pissed.
Yeah.
He's mad.
He's
He
pissed.
is
he
not
fell
happy
for the
about what
trap.
happened. Yeah. And he took it out. He takes it out on literally everyone in this film. But yeah, that opening scene with the firefighters is cool.
But you know who else is pissed? The townspeople, because evil must die tonight. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's right, Michael. That's right.
The whole townspeople, Tommy, the young boy. Once again, we get it played by
Not Paul Rudd.
Yeah, not Paul Rudd. This one's played by what's his name from 16 Candles.
I will look it up.
Either way, he's
Oh, that is him.
yeah, that's definitely him.
Yeah.
Michael Anthony Hall, Michael something. Oh, either way, Tyler will tell me in a second. So all the townspeople have
Anthony and Michael Hall.
Anthony and Michael Hall, just backward. All right. They just decide, Laurie's back in the hospital, just like in Halloween 2. The sheriff is in the hospital. He technically died in the first one, but the director liked working with him, so like let's just bring him back. So he survived, even though he shouldn't have. He literally gets run over by a car.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say
Ran
he gets stabbed.
over. Yeah.
That let alone that he should bleed out there, but then he gets ran over.
Yeah. So they're both in the hospital. So basically like a redo of Halloween 2. And now we have the whole townspeople out for blood to hunt down Michael Myers and just finish it off. It's kind of a cool concept. Michael is going to be the hunted one. Doesn't really work out. We get tons of scenes of just like, him killing other people one by one. And it's been a hot minute since I've watched this one. So you guys might have more to say.
I
but-
just watched the recap, so that's
yeah.
why I'm maybe more familiar
Well,
with
we
it.
get
but
to
I didn't watch it yet.
I really have only comments on the ending, how this movie ends. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about before we get to the ending?
Well, how
of
do you
this?
okay, I'll start with this.
Okay.
Do you remember the concept with them replaying some of the stuff from the past with Lonnie, I think what his name was, is where he was like bullied by some kids or whatever. Ran into
Kid,
Michael
yeah.
Myers as a kid. So that relates with Tommy Doyle because apparently they're all friends now. And one of the girls, I can't remember her name, but she was the doctor that was in the car with Dr. Loomis in the first one, and Tommy Doyle. And then I feel like there was one more I can't remember, but apparently they have a
Was,
storyline with all these people from the past that are now in this one, which I thought was kind of cool. But yeah,
I liked it too. I enjoyed this one. I actually think it's the best sequel that we got in the whole entire franchise.
You
If
think
you
it's
break
better-
them down into different trilogies.
You think it's
What's
better
that?
than Halloween 2018?
I think he's just talking about
No,
like, the
no.
sequel
I
with
mean,
all
like, if
timelines.
yeah.
So like Halloween
Like,
2
it-
or
Okay, yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah, I got
Halloween
it.
5, and yeah.
It's a solid sequel.
I like the idea of the hysteria that was building in the townspeople, and it was Michael, but it was more Doyle that was doing this. He was lighting the flame underneath everyone to the point where they were going after the wrong guy. But they were in complete hysterics at that point because they thought that was Michael and Michael needs to die. So then they go after this guy, and then he ends up jumping off the balcony and killing himself, which was it was really well shot because you see slow motion, you see Karen trying to stop everyone because she knows it's not Michael, and then you see Tommy's eyes and he's realizing that it's not him either, and it's really disturbing when you break it down like that. And then he jumps off and kills himself. This poor I mean, he was in the asylum, but he didn't deserve to die the way that he did.
It's a solid sequel. The ending just kind of
yeah.
I mean, we get the vicious,
we can get to the ending.
we get the vicious Michael Myers again, which I like. I dig this Michael Myers. He looks cool. He's got attitude.
Michael Myers.
I like the Michael in this. I think Jude. I can't remember his full name, but he has good size and everything.
Yeah.
Like he looks pretty scary.
My problem with this movie is when we get the superhero Michael Myers at the end. He's literally surrounded by
He's a
like
superhero.
yeah, man. He's Superman.
You see the cape? I saw the cape.
He's surrounded by like 15 townspeople. They're like hitting him with bats. They
Stupid.
shoot him. He's just getting beaten down, and
There's
then all
bats,
of a sudden
there's knives,
he just
there's
like
guns,
nope,
shotguns,
and he
all
stands up and just like and just takes out everybody. There's the person with the gun is literally instead of just shooting him more, like walks up to him so they're 2 feet away. And it's like
There's like
what are you
25
doing?
people there.
It's a little. I know these we say realistic, like none of these movies are actually realistic, but that scene is too unrealistic when we're talking about a real grounded, supposedly human character that's not like a Jason Voorhees back from the dead. So I mean,
and then you get you get Laurie giving the monologue to I think Hawkins is who she's talking to, and basically the more he kills, the more powerful he gets. But it's just a reason for what you're saying. It's not a good reason.
Yeah, no.
But why? Why is that happening? And how do you know that? How could you have any idea that there's this entity inside of him, a real entity, a demon, not just like us saying that he's evil? It's a thing that feeds off of killing. How do you know that? Where'd you get your information from?
Yeah.
I
would
need
say
to know.
I would say the only thing would be because he was locked up in this mental hospital, but are they like feeding him people and that's how they're studying him? Like but obviously they're not. So yeah, that makes sense what you're saying.
So it doesn't ruin the movie for me. It just weakens the movie. So like I'm not gonna give it a score or whatever, but like it's still a really
they could have done something different.
And it just
They
leads us into the next movie, which makes
before we continue, I did want to bring up. So Karen dies.
Yeah, I had my finger up. I was just about to stop Mike too.
Yeah. Stop,
which
you guys. Stop
which should happen. I like that they did that. They weren't afraid to do it.
It's a brave choice.
It's just it is very brave because you start to like her from the first one and this one. But what they did is they waited to the end. They didn't do it in the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
They let it breathe and let her character grow a little bit. She's lost. Her husband just died. This whole thing. You feel bad for her. She's still trying. She's fighting. And then Michael, kills her because she's standing in his window.
Yeah, they try
That's
to
really the only reason to kill her. Get out of my way.
Yeah, they try to build this story with people standing in front of the window, and everybody that has stood there has died. So you get like the backstory with Hawkins and him and his partner. They went face to face with Michael, and he accidentally shot him and killed him there. So there's that. Then I feel like there was one more death that happened about that. But then you get like the scene where Karen walks up to the window, which makes no sense why Michael would be there because Michael's down the street getting beat up, killing these people, and then all of a sudden
everyone.
He's at the house behind her, and he's, you just see her in the window, and it's dark in the back, and then you just slowly see him walk forward, and then you get the
just get the nice beautiful shot,
and then kills him or kills her.
Yeah,
he's got tunnels just like Jason.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's right. But also another thing before we continue, I like that they said that Laurie is not Michael's sister. it is canon that she is not related to him, which
Right.
thank
Oh,
God.
really? I don't remember.
Threw that out the
I don't
window.
remember that.
I don't mind it so much in the
Yeah, it
original,
was-
but I'm glad we moved away from it.
Yes. Just
Her.
let her be the final girl and him be the killer. That's all we needed. All right, let's get into it, Mike.
Okay.
Let's
Get in the best
into this.
installment of Halloween.
This has been. I can't think of the words. We've waited a long time to talk about this again.
Yes.
Do you guys need to check your cameras?
Oh, we switched it. Tyler just got up and did it while we were talking, so we're good.
Okay. All right, cool.
I
Okay,
mean, they
continue.
might die. They're probably gonna die at
Seems
some
like Wes
point.
has a lot to talk about here.
We're going pretty late, so the cameras might die on us. But if we don't get video, we
Okay.
Okay. 2022, Halloween ends. Lord, I hate this movie. I
Oh.
hate it so much. I've watched it 3 times now. It hasn't gotten better. Okay, so we did a pod on this on
If
early
you haven't
days.
seen it, go check it out. Missy Sakura.
Yeah, we miss you, Sakura. We talked about the Halloween before we watched this, and then we came back to the pod and talked about it after we watched it. And my first words were, "What the hell did we just watch?" And I still believe in that statement. This movie is
Yeah.
just like the 2 before it. It's shot very well. It's directed very well. It's acted very well. It looks beautiful. Michael Myers looks awesome, and everything about it is great, except for the stupid
It's the
story.
same for the first two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except for the stupid story. What the hell were they thinking? When you come out and announce a trilogy, you need to have at least like your start, your middle, and your end main concepts set. This we'll get into it in a second, but like there's a plot in this one with a character named Corey that I don't even hate the fact if you want to do that, you need to start laying those seeds in the first and second movie. Because if you promise us the final showdown of Laurie Strode, the last time we're getting Jamie Lee Curtis
Halloween ends.
against Michael Myers, and you pull this bait and switch crap on us and then just give us 5 minutes at the end of
Yeah.
it, pissed off. I will never forgive you guys.
Ooh.
That's my last Jamie Lee Curtis
Ooh.
moment. Now, as much as I hate
Man, did they ruin it.
as much as I hate the Corey character, acted very well. So nothing against the actor, and I can't wait to see him in the Silent Night remake coming out this year. But it starts off with him, babysitting, and then the kitty's babysitting. There's stuff going on, and he like falls and dies, which brings you to a good question of like, did he kill him or was it just an accident? Truly a good question. If this was just another movie, it would work well. But we're talking about Halloween.
Yes.
And then this character falls into Michael Myers, who's just been living in the sewer for years. And he's like a pushover because Corey, like, freaking literally, like, just pushes him and beats him up, makes Michael Myers his bitch and takes
Yeah.
his mask. And we're meant to see, like, the evil transfer to him. Like, he doesn't have to wear his glasses anymore. Like, I can take these off.
Spider-Man moment.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
Spider-Man moment, because Michael Myers was a superhero in the last movie.
Yeah.
And so then Corey becomes evil and takes on the murdering. He's got the stupid scarecrow mask, whatever, and then goes after Laurie Strode, who you have Laurie Strode be the total badass, the Sarah Connor of this franchise in the reboot in 2018. She has forgotten all of that in this movie. She is just like, I'm a poor little woman. Blah,
She's
blah,
writing
blah.
a book now and
She's
everything.
writing a book, just like everything's in the past. Like, no, where's all your weapons?
Oh,
What-
it's not.
Yeah. So then Corey goes after her. She stops Corey, and then Michael Myers decides, no, I'm gonna be Michael Myers again. Comes in, kills Corey, and then goes to have
He doesn't kill Corey.
He does. He steps on his head.
Oh, well, Corey kind of slices his own throat. and kills
Corey
himself.
slices his own throat, but then he comes along and takes his mask back from Corey and then smashes his head because Corey grabs him. Don't grab me, I'll smash your head. Either way. Then goes and fights.
Before all that, wasn't Corey like Little Shop of Horroring this situation, like bringing bodies down to Michael Myers so he could get his energy
Yes.
back?
Yeah, it was
or
like
something
it was a
weird?
couple of them. Yeah,
He fed him like a homeless guy or something, and like
he
a
fed him
bully.
the homeless
Yeah,
guy.
feed me, Seymour.
And then the guy that was trying to hit on Allison at this bar or the restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah, we also have Laurie Strode's daughter or granddaughter falling in love with this crazy nut job. So that whole story is like, what? He's insane.
There was no build up for
You can tell he's
anything in this
freaking
movie
insane.
from the past two into this.
God, so then we get that showdown with Michael Myers and Laurie Strode finally, which is actually a cool fight and they kill Michael Myers like very definitively, throw him in the grinder. The town celebrates. Have no problem with that aspect. But what the hell's with this Corey crap? You're telling us you want this whole movie to be built around Corey's going to be like the next Michael Myers, but then you're going to still just kill him off and end up with Michael Myers anyways? No, you can't have both things. If you fed us little tidbits that Corey's going to take over as Michael Myers, you can kill Michael Myers off at the end of this movie and Corey continues in the next one, or just implied, whatever.
Right.
The story just breaks. I don't know where did this come from? It's completely insane to me.
Out of nowhere, man.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Wesley to defend one piece of this movie. I don't know.
It came from Danny McBride. That's where it came from.
Yeah, I will blame him forever, ever for this movie.
Oh, okay. All right. they just had a bad day in the office. That's all.
I believe it was only one day. I believe it was only one day they spent in the office writing the script.
The concept, it seemed like, again, how you said, which one were we talking about? Where it would have been a good, Rob Zombie's second one.
Yeah.
That concept of this guy maybe killing the kid while he's babysitting him, that could have been its own film, and I would have watched it, and it probably would have been good. Like the townspeople not trusting him, thinking he's a monster, to the point where they push him into being the monster, which is a cool idea, which is what they did. But it's in a Halloween movie. Halloween ends, where we're supposed to get this showdown with Michael Myers, and don't do that. Don't do that here. Don't. If you do it, you got to do it differently. And like you said, plant the seeds in one. We need to see who Corey is in the first one. Set all that up first before you get here.
Even just the second one. Introduce Corey in the second one, and that's totally fine.
They honestly, what they could have done with the Corey, she has that boyfriend in the first one that dies in the second one. That could have been Corey, and maybe he just survived that. That would honestly make more sense.
Yeah, George, set up that relationship in the second one. Have him introduced to Michael Myers at the end of the second one, and then we see, whatever. It's just, you can't swerve us like this.
They threw a bunch of storylines in the third one randomly with no build from the other one.
I don't mind taking risks, but this risk was just not the right risk at this moment.
They knew they were doing 3, right? Like they signed up for 3. And then the third one just seemed like, you were being funny about it, but it's almost serious. Like day 1 was the first day that they decided they were going to do this. Like, okay, what can we do? Let's put a bunch of ideas on the wall, and let's just do all of them. Like, this is bad. It's not even like, some of the kills were cool, but it's horribly done. It's shot very well, directed well. The story, garbage. Complete rubbish. Makes no sense.
Rubbish.
All right, so that's really like we just hit on all 12 Halloween movies right there. So at this point, do you guys want to talk about maybe if you had to pick like your top 3? It doesn't have to be in any particular order, and your bottom 3. You guys cool with doing that?
Sure, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll go first. I'm a favorite, and then we'll go through favorites, and we'll go through bottom.
All right.
My top 3, no particular order.
I need an order.
Okay, fine. I'll give you an order right here. Number 1, the original Halloween. If anyone else has a different movie in the series above that one, you guys are just wrong, okay? I don't even care. Your opinion's wrong on that one. Number 2 is going to be Halloween 4 for me. I know there's better quality ones in the series, but I'm a little bit more connected because I watched that so many times as younger, so a little bit biased there, but it's my list. I enjoy that one a lot. And then Halloween 2018, I think it's just the quality's there. It's cool. I don't rewatch as much as I do some of the other movies, but I think it deserves my number 3 spot. Tyler, you go next. Yeah, you.
All right, let's do it.
Handsome guy.
Thank you. Number 1, Halloween 1978. Classic. That's where you just get introduced to Michael Myers in this great, great franchise until it started to go off the deep end. My second one is Halloween 2018. I thought it was a really good reboot. Very kind of similar to the H2O one, but took a little bit more of a risk with a different storyline, but it was done very well. And then my number 3 is going to be Halloween H2O.
Nice. Wesley, how about you?
Okay, well, no surprise here because I'm forced to pick it.
Yeah, you have to.
Top one is the original Halloween. No, it's fantastic. It set the precedent for slasher films going forward. It changed the genre. It it made you realize that you didn't need a huge budget to make a great film, which is really cool. And one of the most iconic, if not the most iconic, villains that we've gotten in horror films. Period. For the second one, I'm definitely going to go with H2O.
Nice, nice.
It relaunched the franchise. Actually, in my opinion, saved the franchise. Four, like we said, four wasn't bad. Five went a little off the rails. Six, garbage. And then what is Michael Myers done? Are we done with him? Then Jamie Lee Curtis comes to save the day and brings back a lot of the old crew and shot H2O, which it's not a perfect movie, but it is really good for what it is for the time that it was. And then it's between actually 2018 and Halloween Kills, but I think I have to go with 2018 because it's a great continuance from the first one. We see the most badass version of any final girl we've seen, really. I don't even think you can argue that because of all her I mean, I guess Ripley and Sarah Connor, I guess you could say those two. But she's a bona fide badass in this, and she is the hunter, which I really liked. I liked the whole movie from start to finish, and I definitely liked Halloween Kills, but it's on the fringe there. It's 4 for me, but those are my top 3.
All right, now bottom 3 time. I'll go first again, baby. I think you all know which one is the bottom of this pile of crap, and that is Halloween Ends. Worst one in the series. I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah, can't get. After that one, I'm gonna say Halloween Resurrection. The Michael Myers mask looks weird. He looks angry in it. They gave him like dark eyebrows. None of the characters you really care about. The story makes no sense. There's like a weird sewer thing underneath the house. I don't even know. It's a terrible movie. And last but not least, Halloween 2. I don't think it's actually the bottom 3 quality wise, but as far as if I'm judging it as Halloween movies, yeah, it's got to be on the bottom 3. It's not a good Halloween movie.
I assume we're talking about Rob Zombie.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Rob Zombie.
Sorry, I was about to say
my jaw dropped. I'm like, oh, he's probably talking about Rob Zombie.
I was like, wait.
I love
at
Halloween.
first, I was like,
I love Halloween too. I mean, Rob Zombie's Halloween too. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Tyler. Before people attacked me. All right, Tyler. What are your bottom 3?
All right. This is a tough list. I have changed it since the last time I made this, but bottom.
Before you say, I'm also making it clear right now. Halloween 1 had to be 1 on everyone's list. Halloween Ends better be on everybody's list for bottom 3. Okay, go Tyler.
It's not the bottom one for me though, but yes. My least favorite is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Wasn't a fan of it. Thought it was weird doing this weird stuff, but wasn't a fan of that. Second worst, the first Rob Zombie Halloween. I just thought it was very dirty and it was a little gory, but I didn't mind it as much, but it was still really weird. And then we're building the story of Michael as a kid as if that's our main character that we want to follow and root for, which we didn't want to. It's Laurie. And then the next one's going to be Halloween Ends, and we know why.
All right, Wes, let's hear it.
Get that. Yeah, so my bottom of the barrel is got to be Halloween Resurrection. It is complete and utter trash.
Yep.
And I don't think, to me, there's any real redeemable factors in this movie at all. But then you cap it off with Busta Rhymes kicking Michael's ass, and that's how you end the movie. How are you ending the movie on that note? That's insane to me. So no, that should have never been made. It's complete garbage. And then the second bottom would be Halloween Ends.
Thank you.
It's the story. The story just doesn't make any sense, man. It looked like they, again, didn't know what they were doing or had an idea of what they wanted to do. And it was bad. Shot well, story horrible. And then third is definitely Rob Zombie's second one. It's not a Halloween movie. It's something else entirely. Yeah. It just has the characters from the Halloween franchise in it. It's not good. Too many dreams. Too many weird things. The white horse. It's all bizarre. It doesn't work in a Halloween movie at all. So yeah, that's my bottom.
Garbage. Get it out of here.
Garbage. Filth.
All right, guys. So there we go. We just covered all the Halloween movies and how we feel about them. If you guys watched enough of this or give us some comments, we can always delve deeper into individual movies and like talk like a lot more detail. Obviously, we're covering 12 movies, so we didn't want to go too far in depth on all these. But continue watching us. We're hitting November now. This one came out on Halloween, so happy Halloween, guys. We're going to try some different
Happy
stuff.
Halloween.
I mean, we'll still always have horror movie stuff coming out because we're horror fanboys at heart, but we'll change it up and do some other stuff for you too this November. So, Tyler, where can they find us at?
You can check us up on YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram at Real Lounge Entertainment.
Yep, Tyler's been going live on TikTok a lot more lately.
Join the live.
Yeah, me and Wesley hop in there and start and talk in the chat a little bit. But it's his beautiful face you're gonna see right now. We're gonna attempt going live on YouTube soon once we figure all that out. So that should be fun. Yeah. So as always, thanks for watching. I'm Mike.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Wes.
Peace.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.